Hey guys, Andrew here, and in today's video I thought I'd do something a little bit different, something that I probably should have done at the very start of when I was making my videos, but I'd like to make this video about my Hasson and Wong testimonial. Because as many of you might know, I had a hair transplant surgery back in 2018 at Hasson and Wong Hair Transplant Clinic in Vancouver, and I am absolutely thrilled with the results. I could not have been happier with how it worked out. And so I feel like it's only fitting that I give a testimonial to them because I really feel like they deserve it, because they were honestly great with me. Dr. Hasson, the surgeon who did my hair transplant, obviously I feel like he's done excellent work, and the technician and the nurses who also worked on me did an excellent job, and without them I wouldn't have the results that I have today, I wouldn't have the hair that I have today, and I wouldn't have my confidence back, which is something that I lost when I was starting to go through my hair loss experience. So here's my testimonial to them. So to start with, I thought we'd start with the journey of how I walked through the door the first time, all the way up to the day of the hair transplant. So actually walking into the hair transplant clinic for the first time I walked in there, I was like, wow, this is a really nice surgeon's office. Like, you could just tell that this was a really high quality place I was walking into. Like, it was just a really nice surgeon's office. So right there, good first impression. I was like, okay, this is a top quality place. I was then brought into the consultation office, and I was introduced to a gentleman called Chris Wilson. Now, Chris Wilson is the patient consultant. He basically kind of acts like a middleman between the patients and the surgeons, and his job is to basically kind of just consult with the patients, give them all the information they need about hair transplants, general information, what they can expect during the surgery, what they can expect after the surgery, and how much it's going to cost, and all those types of questions that anybody might have going into a hair transplant, especially for those who maybe haven't done too much research into it. Obviously myself personally, I had done a lot of research. I didn't have too many questions. I kind of knew what to expect going in, I knew what I wanted, but again, Chris did have all that information. And the first thing that Chris did when I walked into the hair transplant consultation room was he immediately showed me a picture of himself before and after he had his own hair transplant done at Hasson and Wong. So right off the bat, I'm talking to a guy who has already had a hair transplant done himself at Hasson and Wong. So right there, that was a brilliant sign of like validation of like he knew what I was about to go through, and he'd already been through it, and he'd gone through that process. So he was able to answer all my questions and kind of alleviate some of my fears and some of my questions that I had. For example, explaining like the timeline of like what you can expect right after the hair transplant surgery, to like a few weeks after, to 6 months, etc. Because he said obviously right after the surgery you're going to have bright redness and then maybe a little bit of swelling, and then after a couple of weeks that will fade, and then from there to about 3 or 4 months you're not going to have much growth. Then about 6 months you can expect the hairs to really start to come through, and then 7 and 8 months you can really start to see those full thickness starting to come through. And he was really good because he was able to just explain everything really clearly, very calmly to me. And again, I felt like I was actually talking to someone who knew what they were talking about, because obviously he had gone through it. And again, for me that was good to know, because I'm sure, as many of you know, there's absolutely no point in talking to someone about something if they don't know anything about it. It's pointless. And so yeah, talking to Chris, having Chris there, I thought was a great point of contact, just because he knew exactly the experience that I was about to go through. After I talked to Chris, he then brought in Dr. Hasson, the surgeon who was going to do my surgery. And then Dr. Hasson basically pretty much said the same thing as Chris. He just said, yep, he looked at my hair, he's like, yep, you've got good thickness at the back here, you've got a relatively small area to cover at the front, so we should be able to get your full thickness back. And I even showed Dr. Hasson a picture of my hairline from when I was younger, and I said, look, here's my hairline when I was younger, are we able to get this hairline back and with full thickness? And Dr. Hasson looked at it and he was like, yep, that shouldn't be a problem. We should be able to get your full thickness back with that. And he kind of estimated the number of grafts I need. He said I should probably get about 3,000. I said, nah, I'm good. I just wanted to get about 2,500. And yeah, and Dr. Hasson like, okay, yeah, not a problem. And also like the fact that Dr. Hasson, he was very to the point. He didn't like dilly-dally around anything. He was just like, yep, here's what we can do. we can get it done, and this is how much it's going to cost, and here's what I recommend. And I really appreciate that. He wasn't trying to sell me on anything. He wasn't trying to, you know, push anything on me. He was just very, very matter of fact, just like, look, here's what we can do. I think we can do it. And he even showed me a picture of a guy who's a similar age to me and a similar hairline. He said, look, here's some kind of a similar experience to what, or similar hair loss to what you've got. And he said, here's what the results were, and he showed me a before and after of that guy. And I was like, wow, brilliant. Okay, those results look really good. And so it made me feel just confident that, you know, I could get the results I wanted. And obviously, as you can see, I've got a full hairline back now, you know, all the way around here, all the way here, and obviously, as you can see, I've got my full thickness back of hair. So obviously I was very happy with the results. And then as far as the rest of the consultation went, I was pretty happy with that. However, a little bit of a variation on what they normally do, I actually went for a second consultation. The reason for that was because my dad, after I told him that I was getting a surgery done, my dad obviously was a little bit concerned. Not concerned that he didn't think, you know, I shouldn't get surgery, but he obviously just wanted to see what I was paying for. Because obviously it's a lot of money when you're going to a high quality surgeon. It's, you know, it's not a small amount of money. I think my surgery cost about $14,000-15,000. That's Canadian dollars. And so my dad just wanted to make sure that, you know, what I was getting done and where I was going was a proper quality surgeon. And so yeah, I had a second consultation, so it was with myself, my dad, and Dr. Hasson. And again, Dr. Hasson just explained very clearly, very frankly to my dad what to expect, told him the whole process, explained how the surgery worked. And again, even after coming out of it, my dad was like, yeah, I think you should go for it. He's like, if this is what you want to do, he's like, I think this is the right place to do it. And so yeah, after that, I was like, yep, I'm going for it. And so so now let's jump forward to surgery day. So actually going in for the surgery, again, I was obviously quite nervous. I was a little bit, I don't know, is this the right thing to do? I don't know if I can go through this, because like, it's a big thing, you know, you're getting surgery done, you're getting cosmetic surgery done on your head, and you want to make sure it goes well. But no, everyone there was very welcoming, very friendly, and Dr. Hasson was very calm. Obviously he does this every day, and he was just like, look, let's do this. And I was like, yep, okay, let's do it. And one of the things that we did at the very start of the surgery was drawing on the hairline, and he took his time. You know, he looked at my hair, and he kind of like, you know, did one hairline, I think, and then he wasn't quite happy with it. He's like, nah, I think we can do a bit better. And he drew on another hairline, and he said to me, look, are you happy with this? And I was like, yep, I am happy with it. But again, during that whole surgery process, he was never pushy. He was never like, you know, like felt like he was rushing me, like, to make a decision. He was very calm, very collected, which again was comforting to me, because obviously you don't want a surgeon who's anxious, obviously, because that makes you anxious. And then throughout the whole surgery day, everybody was very calm, everybody was very relaxed. Obviously they're doing this every day, and so it was always the nurses or the technicians who were, you know, obviously helping me out. So they were, again, very calm. They were chatting away to me. I was sitting in the chair, and I was watching a movie while I was getting my hair transplant done. So overall, the whole experience was pretty relaxing. It didn't feel stressful. It felt like, you know, just a regular routine day for them. And again, everything was very relaxed and very accommodating. So my overall experience with Hasson and Wong was absolutely terrific. I couldn't have been happier. And obviously, most importantly, is the result. And the result is that I got my whole hairline back, and I got all my confidence back, and that was the main thing. And again, combine that with my overall experience of being very welcoming, very understanding, and not pushy. Again, I can't praise Hasson and Wong enough. They're honestly brilliant at what they do. Dr. Hasson is an amazing surgeon, so I really do recommend to anybody who is looking into getting a hair transplant done, and particularly if you're living in Canada, or if you're even living overseas and you're wanting to get a good surgeon, I would definitely recommend looking into Hasson and Wong, because they really know what they're doing, and they can get you the results that you want, just as long as you just explain clearly what it is you want, and then they'll be able to discuss with you what you can expect and what are realistic results for your situation. Anyway guys, I hope you found this video useful. Again, if you're new around here, Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, so I can keep putting out more and more videos, okay? Alright guys, have a great day. I'm out of here.